For more on the youth protest, we now talk to Nuel Phatlane, the National Union of Mineworkers Youth Structure. He's the Deputy Secretary, and he joins us now via our video link. Nuel, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. Now, as the young people of South Africa, you staged a protest at the Minerals Council of South Africa, and you want a halt to the 189 section retrenchments.
Yes, good evening, and good evening to your viewers at home. Indeed, today we have embarked on a picketing activity to deliver a memorandum of demands to the Minerals Council. Now, this march takes place against the background of lived realities of workers in South Africa. And we have learned in the recent past that the mining houses have taken a posture that seeks to retrench many workers, or what is normally termed as a job bloodbath. Now we have seen approximately more than 10,000 mine workers which have been retrenched in the recent past, and of lately mining companies are still continuing to retrench more and more workers. And then these retrenchments exacerbate unemployment in the working class communities. And unemployment, we believe that has a downstream impact on all communities and worsening all forms of social ills, and in particular crime.
Yeah, and of course you're also saying that the use of the Section 189 process of retrenchments is also being abused. What makes you say that as young people in South Africa, if it is the last resort for some companies?
Yeah, no, indeed it is the last resort, and we firmly believe or hold a strong view that the Section 189s are being misused by majority of the companies. Look, in many ways than one, you'd never hear a situation where we're now talking of the executive cutting down their salaries if it's an issue that relates to cost curtailment. But then the first people to be purged are workers. Now, what we have now learned with these arrogant mining companies, that from time to time you will be told that companies are embarking on a retrenchment for various reasons. But we find it difficult to accept that or to even understand that. We think the strategy is all about the maximization of profit at the expense of workers. All reasons which have been given there are not justifiable or are unacceptable.
And if, you have now taken, your memorandum of grievances to the Minerals Council of South Africa, and if they don't adhere to your grievances, what then?
Look, we can't guarantee what is going to happen in the foreseeable future. But once now you have an army of unemployed young people in the country, we might see an unled revolution. And an unled revolution is something that we don't want to see it happening or witness it happening. So hence we're calling upon the Mineral Council to say, can you act firmly and with speed to the memorandum, to the demands that have been submitted to the council and actually bring the issues that have been raised with them to finality and to rest. Other than that, we can't promise that this is what is going to happen. But then young people will have to take it upon themselves. Because you remember or recall that if you are retrenching one worker, ordinarily one worker is responsible for 5 or 6 family members. So ideally, if you are now talking of more than 10,000 workers which have already been retrenched now, you are talking of a very large number which is now vulnerable and they can't have anything to depend on.
And you keep on touching on the issues around, the high unemployment rate in the country and the fact that, one job in families usually is, beneficial to, a number of family members. Why is it so important for you to stage this protest and to highlight, the issues around saving these jobs in the mining industry?
Look, we have the best interest at the heart of our members. and not at any stage would want to find a situation where members are losing employment. But we hold a strong view that says, in actual fact, mining companies have a huge need for them to be recruiting instead of retrenching. And these are our peers, these are our members, and one job lost is too many jobs. So it is behind that back we actually want to preserve the jobs for our members so that they can continue feeding their families. Because you'd understand that now the gap between the haves and the have-nots, by days it's growing. Now we have learned in the recent past that the mining CEOs are getting fat bonuses. The likes of the Sibanye CEO, who has got a bonus of about 300 million 2 years ago. And then you still have mine workers which are paid slavery wages. And then on top of that, the mine workers are now faced with retrenchment. That is unjustifiable, it's uncalled for, it's unwarranted, and it must be condemned. The retrenchments must be the last resort in trying to come up with solutions to resolve issues that a particular company is confronted with.
Have you engaged with the Minerals Council of South Africa? And what are they saying when it comes to some of the issues that you have laid to them?
No, Mineral Council of South Africa has indeed acknowledged and received a memorandum, and they have made promises that indeed they will attend to the issues that have been raised with them. Well, we are looking forward to their positive response. That is, I think that would be justifiable to say, to leave it there for now. But then the issues have been acknowledged, and we have faith and hope that indeed they will respond positively to the demands that have been tabled.
All right, Nuel, thank you so much for your time. That is Nuel Phatlane. He is from the National Union of Mineworkers Youth Structure. He's the Deputy Secretary, saying there that they have been engaging with, of course, the Minerals Council of South Africa. And, of course, they have acknowledged some of the grievances that the youth of the country have raised when it comes to job losses in the mining sector.